Good morning, children, and welcome back. As we have studied in the last video with the same chapter about the release of Shahu Maharaj and coronation ceremony of Shahu Maharaj that took place in Satara. Now, we are going to continue with some more points in this chapter only. That is, the expansion of the Maratha power. Now, in this part of the video, we are going to see about Balaji Vishwanath, a great Maratha warrior who was a Peshwa. We are going to see what is Chauthai and Sir Deshmukhi rights that were given to the Marathas, and even we are going to study about Bajirao I. So, beginning with Balaji Vishwanath. After Shahu Maharaj was released by Prince Azam Shah, that is the Mughal Sardar, he made Balaji Vishwanath a Peshwa, a post in the Maratha kingdom. Balaji hailed from Srivardhan in Konkan, and he was competent and experienced. He was a capable Sardar in the Maratha kingdom. He convinced many other Maratha Sardars to come on the side of Shahu Maharaj, as he was a great hero who would work for the betterment of Maratha Empire. So come and join the hands with him. As he was a competent and a scholar, experienced person, so when he tried to motivate, many of the Maratha Sardars had joined hands with Shahu Maharaj. On the other hand, Kanoji Angre, who was the chief of Maratha Navy, decided to be on the side of Maharani Tarabai, and he had attacked the territories that were under the control of Shahu Maharaj. This gave a rise to a difficult situation in the Maratha kingdom. So under these situations, under these circumstances, Shahu Maharaj sent Balaji to fight against Kanoji Angre. Balaji avoided the war and won Kanoji over to Shahu Maharaj's side. That is, a mutual understanding had been created between Balaji Vishwanath and Kanoji Angre, where Balaji Vishwanath had motivated and inspired Kanoji Angre through his words to come and join hands with Shahu Maharaj. And with these words, Kanoji Angre became ready to leave the side of Maharani Tarabai and join the hands with Shahu Maharaj. Moving on to the next point is Chauthai and Sir Deshmukhi rights. Rights we all are aware that what are they. So in this, the collection of revenue and taxes, or who was the person responsible to collect these from the people who were living in the kingdom. So after strengthening the position of Shahu Maharaj in Maharashtra, Balaji now thought that he would turn his attention towards the politics in the north. He had made most of the competent Maratha Sardars on the side of Shahu Maharaj, and now his attention was towards the north, that is the Delhi court. We know that after the death of Emperor Aurangzeb, everyone was ready to take the position of the court, but none of the person was capable to handle this position. So the court was completely marked by bickering and confusion. So here the Sayyid brothers, that is Abdullah, Hassan and Hussein Ali, had become very influential and they won the position in the court. The Sayyid brothers had thought they would capture the throne of Delhi, and ultimately they tried to do so, but with the help of Balaji Vishwanath. Now Balaji Vishwanath thought that as they were being helped by him, so even this is a chance for him to put forth a condition in front of them. So with the help of Sayyid brothers, in 79 CE, Balaji obtained from the Mughal emperor the grants or the sanats from the Mughal territory to collect revenue. And that revenue was collected in the form of Chauthai and Sir Deshmukhi rights. These revenues were collected from the Deccan territories. So these sanats gave the Marathas the right to collect Chauthai, that is 1/4 part of the revenue, and Sir Deshmukhi, that is 1/10 part of the revenue from the Mughal territories in the Deccan. With the mutual understanding between Sayyid brothers and Balaji Vishwanath, it was a give and take relationship. On one hand, Balaji Vishwanath had helped them to capture the throne of Delhi court. On the other hand, they had given the grant to collect the taxes from the Mughal territory that were present in the Deccan. That is in the form of Chauthai and Sar Deshmukhi rights. Moving on to the next point is Bajirao I. We know that Balaji Vishwanath was a great courageous person, a good administrator, scholar, eminent personality, and he had worked for Maratha Empire for so many years in the favor of Shahu Maharaj. Unfortunately, after his death, now Shahu Maharaj decided that he would appoint Balaji's son Bajirao I as a Peshwa because Balaji Vishwanath was holding the position of a Peshwa. So his son would also be appointed on the same post. So Bajirao I had become Peshwa in 1720 CE after the death of Balaji Vishwanath. Bajirao I had expanded the Maratha Empire during his term period, and that was for 20 years. That means he had worked for expanding Maratha Empire for near about 20 years. His contribution towards the kingdom, towards the empire, was for 20 years. So my dear children, in this part of the video, we have seen about Balaji Vishwanath and his work and efforts toward Maratha Empire, what his policies were there to collect the revenues from Mughal Emperor in the Deccan, that is Chathai and Sardeshmukhi rights that the Maratha had got, and we have studied about Bajirao I, who was the son of Balaji Vishwanath, and how he had contributed his work, his courage towards the Maratha Empire for near about 20 years. Here we end up with our video. We are going to continue the same chapter in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Keep watching the videos. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Thank you.